Hello again, model railroading fans. I'm back with another review on one of my HO scale model trains. This evening I'm reviewing the Bachmann, I think it's I guess 440. I'm not really sure what the correct term for this small one would be. I'm assuming 440, but it's the B&O blue one, Baltimore and Ohio. Bought this train as my very first train for this layout. It was going to be a turn of the century layout, and then I realized that the smaller trains weren't really my thing, and they definitely can't pull. They can't pull as much as easy as the bigger ones, obviously. But this one caught my eye. I really like the color of it. I really like the details. I put a lot of work into this engine. The front light works. This one doesn't have a backlight. It comes, if you can see right here where my thumb is, that actually is a permanent screw into its tender, so it never comes loose unless you take it off. The little wires that connect the tender to the engine are, oh, you can barely see them, but they're right there in the middle. This is a fairly good engine. I think they're a little bit overpriced, but I think they priced them high just because of the detail on them. But it's not that bad. The cars that I run with it are made by, I guess the company name is Mantua, however you want to say it. That's them. I've got one like that and four like this one. They don't run much. I think I got those for about $6 a piece, maybe $7. So, you know, all in all, the engine, because it's smaller, the cars are smaller and everything, it is going to be a little bit less expensive to get. But the engine is still great. Cars are still great. Now, I did want to, I'll circle this engine around real quick. Well, first let me put it into forward and reverse for you. This is the engine going forwards. And this is the engine going backwards. Nothing too fancy. I am going to circle it around, hook it up. It's 4 cars. I'm going to circle it around so you guys can see it go around the track, and so you can see it in comparison to the Berkshire and see how big its cars are and how big it is compared to the Berkshire and the Atlantic Coastline cars that I have on it. So I'm going to power it up, speed it up a little bit. And as you can see, it takes these 22-inch radius curves just like a dream. I mean, it can go around the 18 and the 15-inch radius curves without a problem too. Here it comes up beside the Berkshire. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. As you can see, it does have that working light on the front. Now here's what I wanted you guys to see. Side by side, the Berkshire easily dwarfs this engine. I guess it's just the time that they were made in United States history. Obviously the Berkshire is a 284 and this other one is a 440, but the cars, I mean, let me pull this back. One of the cars isn't even, oh sorry, you guys can see that. One of the cars isn't even the full size of the tender on the Berkshire, so it does give you an idea. If you're planning on making a model train layout, it does kind of give you the idea of how big or how small this is. But let me show you something. This little blue engine, it can haul pretty well. I'm gonna put it up to about 60 on speed and just let you guys see how well it goes. As you can see, it takes off, has absolutely no problem. Now, I will say that I have had one problem, and only one problem with this engine. And I don't have it with any of the other engines I own. But this engine has a problem when I switch it over to the outer main line. If it gets to the crossovers, which all of my track is Bachmann Easy Track, I've got 2 lines of power going into it. Whenever it gets to the crossovers, it will just shut off. There will still be power to the light on the engine, and if you push it forward about half an inch, it'll start going again. But I can't figure that one out. I'll figure it out at some point, but I really just have this engine for show now because there are a few people in my family that like it and they like to see it go around the track. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on this, let me know. Now, I will show you this as the end of the video. Let me put the camera down and get this set up. I wanted to show, because I know that everybody always wonders, well, I wonder how much this train can pull. I wonder what the heaviest load is. Well, let me just give you guys a preview of that real quick. I'm going to uncouple it from its main cars. I'm going to take the Berkshire off the primary main line. And if you've seen my other video, you've seen how long and how many cars this is, but it's 6 cars made from Atlantic Coastline, and 3 from the Atlantic Coastline, 3 from the Patriot system. But I just want you guys to see that this train, even though it is small, it can carry pretty good consist. I just don't do it because I don't want to either burn out the motor or just because it doesn't look good with these cars because they dwarf it. But here, I'll show you guys. It can actually pull this. Zoom in to show you. It's not slipping at all. And let me just show you exactly how much it's pulling. And it looks like it's slipping. It looks like it's going slower. Well, it obviously is going slower because of how many cars it's carrying, but it is not slipping at all. I've sat down and watched it before. It just looks like it's going slower and slipping because of how big the cars are compared to it. And there's where it stops. But I just want everybody to see that it can carry quite a load. So if you wanted to get more cars like this, maybe up it from 4 to 8, go right ahead. It can carry them. It'll have absolutely no problem carrying them. So thanks again for watching, everybody. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever about my layout, about any of the trains that I'm running, or just any model train questions in general, feel free to comment or message me or anything, and I'll be glad to answer. See ya.